Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today we will learn how to make this beautiful necklace. So I made this necklace for a class that I taught, I think at least 3 months ago or so. So such a simple project, but it is amazing. I really like the way this turned out to be. I taught this for my students, so they also liked it. And it's really a simple necklace, a long necklace which can be worn twice, I mean doubled. That means like this, it can be worn like this, or as a single one, which is a long one. But I really liked the pattern. It's so simple and easy. At the same time, it gives um, nice contrast with the crystals and the gemstone amethyst nuggets that I got here. So in the similar way, we will treat our bargain bead box subscription beads for the month of July 2024. I took this Chinese knotting cord, which is 0.8 millimeter thickness, and it's not brown. I understand, but I don't want to use brown is what I was thinking, because this color is a very natural subtle color that we can use for this brown beads. So this jasper, I think that's the gemstone. We received the round, the 8 millimeter and the 6 millimeter, and the rectangle ones as well, a small strand. So I utilized all of them, and then I strung all the beads. How much ever I had, I have only 2 beads left, and I used 3 beads, I think, of this 8 millimeter for a bracelet. But other than that, I included all the beads, and I followed a pattern which is right here, as you guys can see. 8 millimeter, the small, the 8, the small, the 8, like that. I included 5 of these big beads and then a rectangle bead, followed by the same section again. So this is how I achieved the length, and I'm good with this length. If I measure this, okay, without anything added to it, it measures about, say, about little 25 inches. It's exactly 25 inches. You can say 26 with this center bead. It might be 26 inches in length. So if I add more of the sections of macrame, we are going to add short sections of macrame to this, and that will push this to at least 30-35 inches. Then you can double it up, or you can wear it as a long necklace. It's totally up to you. So that's what I'm aiming for this necklace. I strung this necklace. I didn't cut the cord as always, and then I'm gonna leave about, say, 8 inches of tail. Okay, and then I'm gonna tie an overhand knot just to mark that 8-inch tail. Okay, so this is 8 inches. Let me just confirm this. Yeah, it's 8 inches long. Okay, and I tied an overhand knot, and all the beads are like this. So I'm not gonna, there is, as you guys can see, there is not knots in between this. It's just strung. Only place I added some knots was at the end of the beads over here on either side, and I also used contrast cord for the macrame so that it looks nice and pretty. And then also I added a knot here. So totally I added only 4 knots, 2 on either side and 2 on either side of the clasp. So in this, I mean, you can add a lot of knots, but I don't want to. So I will also minimize the knots. One I already did, which will be right next to the sliding knot. Okay, so now I'm just gonna move all of these beads. Okay, make sure it doesn't go above. So after this, I'm gonna start my macrame section. Okay, so and also in this necklace I added only, let me see, I added how many sections, I would say, so 5 sections. So you need to decide whether you want to do a 5 section or a 7 section. So for example, in this necklace, let me just, There you go. So if I want to do sections, I will have to do multiple sections here, so which I don't want to. See this, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 sections. Okay, but because we have a rectangle focal in this, what I was thinking is I will do a section before and after the focal every other place. If I do that, I'll be doing 14, right? So 2 6 8 10, right? No, 2 6, no, 2 4 6 8 10 12 14. Yes, 14 sections. I'm thinking, excuse me, sorry, I'm very sleepy today, I don't know why, but so 14 sections are there, and I did only 5 sections in that necklace, and it yielded a long necklace actually. So that means if I do the 14 section, I will have to double this necklace. I can't wear it in a single fashion because the necklace length is already 26. So what I'm trying to say is I will leave these two parts just like that. So what I will do is I have a knot here, right? So I come back. Okay, so after this 5 beads, again I will knot an overhand knot, wrap it around your fingers, crisscross, take the thread, the tail end, put it in between your fingers, and then just pull through. Okay, pull the cord. There you have a knot. It doesn't have to be very tight, but minimum tight is good enough. Then take this and then go do the same thing, wrap it around your fingers, put it inside, take this. I have gone through knotting in several of my videos. It is a very easy process, and so what I wanted to do is only in the past, the last 2 I will knot, the rest I will do the macrame. That will be 2 4 6 8 10 still. Okay, it's a lot. So I want to do that, so I'm gonna do that. So I started with the end. I didn't cut the cord, as you guys know already. So now I just move these beads up, and before the rectangle bead I'm gonna make a macrame section, a short macrame section, which I want to include the crystal beads that we got in the box, which is a very light color. I chose a different approach to the amethyst necklace, but I also want to incorporate this red color, which is really, really pretty. Let's see how it gets, right? So I want a small, I've got to do a small section, but with the color which is a little bit contrast, or you can use the same color, there is absolutely no problem with it, but I would say a contrast color would look better is what I feel. Let's see. So I have the contrast color, which is this red that we have in the beads. So I have the exact 0.8 millimeter, like in cord wise it's a little bit lighter but the same color, so I use that. I have here just 9 inches of cord, not more than that, 9 inches. Okay, and I'm gonna start my macrame. It's a simple macrame, the regular square knot. If you are not aware of the macrame square knots, go ahead and watch my tutorial on basic macrame knots. The link will be always be in the description box below, so you can go ahead and watch that. I do a lot of macrame in my channel, so I just set this up, and I'm using a knotty do it all. You don't have to have this special thing. As you guys can see, this is the knotty do it all, the travel size, but you don't have to use this. You can tape it to your board, or you can use, the bead along knotting station, whichever you have available in your stash. So this is what it is. I'm gonna take the 9 inches and I'm gonna put it underneath, about say in the middle. So hold these two cords together and lift it up. You will get the middle. Then start your Q. I like to start with the Q. Some people will start with the P. It's totally up to you guys. Hold the two ends together. Put your finger on top of this and then pull it up so it will become tight. Okay, then do a P. The left cord on top of the base cord, right cord on top of the base cord, left cord on top of the right, underneath and through this loop that you created. That's our P. P's and Q's, we are going to alternate it, right? But for this, what we are going to do here is I am just looking at my amethyst one, what I did. There is no rhyme or reason that you have to do just one knot. You can also do 2 knots. Okay, it's totally up to you, but I think 1 knot is more than enough is what I feel. So add the bead on the left side. Gonna keep it like this. Take the thing on the right and then go underneath and pull through. We are doing the same knot, but we are adding beads on one side. Okay, just like that. And then on the other side as well, the red bead. It has a big enough hole that I can actually do it that way. And then do your knots as if there is no difference at all. So that will give you that initial V. Then we are going to take the bicones. You can just do the bicones as well, but I want to give the pop of red to the thing as well. So you'll have, with the help of lighter, melt the ends so that's easy for you to pop in the bead. Especially the bicone has a smaller hole. The red bead has a nice and big enough hole. So add that and then do a knot. Okay. Add a bead to the other side. Do a knot. And see if it looks good or not. Okay, now I can add a bead. Make a knot. You can add as much sections as you want, but I don't want a lot of sections. Just want only 4 of these beads and 2 of the red beads. That's more than enough for me. Actually, I wanted to do the section after this, so I want to do the bicone first and then this. I'll come back. So I wanted to show you guys how much I finished and what are the tips and tricks that I can share with you guys after doing this many things. Okay, so here is our starting strand, right? We have about say 8 inches here, and then we knotted here before the square bead and after this the rectangle bead and after the rectangle bead. then first section of the macrame, that is from the round to the rectangle, from the rectangle to the round. So that's one section, wherein in my sample I didn't do that way. Okay, I just did one section, that's about it, because there was no different size beads. Here I have incorporated the 8mm, 6mm and the rectangle beads. In the sample there was only the nugget shaped beads, so there was only one section after every bead section actually. So here I have two sections, right? So that's that. Then I continued, then this, right? So then this, so then this. So finally I'm here to do the last section. After this we are going to just knot. Only for this section I'm going to do. So a couple of things that I believe is, so you can actually stretch this or move this section a little bit with your base cord. That's one thing. And another thing is 8 inches of cord was enough to do this one section. So 8 for this and 8 for this, that's what you would need. Then again, what else is, so the thing is, I do only Q's and P's. Okay, so if you can see, it's staggered like this and it's staggered like this. Since I always start with a Q, that's what it happens. So, and also you can see, first I did one square knot, then I do the beads, then I do the beads, which is the bicones, then I do one round of bicones and one round of the 6mm, and then I do one square knot, right? And when I do this section, I start with the 6mm and go down to the 4mm bicone. And as you guys can see, it's staggered this way. But if you want the same way, I mean, if you want it staggered the other way, wherein this will be like this and this will be like this. I hope you guys understood what I'm trying to say. So see how it's staggered like this, this, and this, and we can actually do this. So that means you start with a Q here and you start with a P here. That's the only difference for that to happen. Okay, and then also you can move that I already said, but if you move too much it will become stiff and then it will be bunched up, so don't do that. Just make sure that you keep that in mind. So I'm going to do the last section and show you guys how I start and go about it. So I still have attach the cord right next to the bead, just like that. Push the rectangle bead and then secure it in the bottom this way. So let me just show you guys this. So this is how I set it up. First of all, I cut 8 inches. Not more than that, you don't need more than that. One more thing I noticed is, I will let you guys know right now. Okay, so take this cord, keep it underneath, and as I said, I always make a Q. So that's a Q. See this? Put it underneath, make a Q, take the left hand top of the right hand, go underneath and pull through the slope. Right, that's a square knot. When I hold it, normally I'll hold this, keep my fingers here and push so that both the cords are straight, but I don't want this to be straight. I want the right to be longer than the left. So I pull this and tighten it up. If you guys can see, this one is way too long, right? Okay, so I pull that there. Then I do the P, which is keeping the right cord this way, the left cord on top of the right cord, underneath and through the slope. That's one square knot, one Q and one P. Now the longest cord, just melt that one cord. You don't have to melt both the cords, because it will come the other way, and we will be feeding beads only through this. So first, this is going to be the bicone. Sometimes it might not go through, but you have to melt only one side, that's for sure. Okay, so there we go. Take the bead down. Okay, do the same, the cue. I keep the left cord on top of the base cord. This is the right cord. Go on top of the left, underneath, and through this loop, and a pull. See, you're going to feed the cord, and you can see this is melted. So you have to melt only one side of the cord when you're going to add the bead. Okay, and then make a P. Take the left cord, go on top of the right, underneath, and through this loop that you created, and pull. Again, if you can see, wherein you will see the one that we melted, so you can see this is becoming shorter and shorter, the cord which we left it to be long, right? Because we are adding beads only on that cord, that's what it means. When you do this couple of times, you will understand exactly what I'm trying to say. If you even don't understand right now, you will understand while what I'm saying while doing so. So take the 6mm bead and then feed it through this. Okay, go on top, underneath, and pull through. Again, here the melted end is here, so go on this, make a P, go on top, underneath, and through this. Before pulling this tight, go ahead and tighten the first one up and then this one. Okay, after this, make one more square knot, the Q, and the P. As I said, the cord is much enough, more than enough for me. See, this much is left, but if you guys are not able to do it, and snip off by leaving a short tail on both sides. If you are not able to do it, you can go ahead and take a little bit bigger cord, like 10 inches or so. See, and melt this. When you melt it, be careful. Careful with your fingers. See this, there is a short gap right in the base cord, as you guys can see. So I just gently pull this up. Okay, and then this one. So before I pull it up, actually I want to secure this, and then that will be easier. Again, take the next 8-inch cord, do the same, but this time we are going to start with the 6mm and then go for the 4mm, right? Okay, there we go. Make the Q. So hold this on top, underneath, and through the loop. The first one is always the difficult one, and then hold these two, keep your finger on top and pull it up. Okay, and then as you guys can see, the right cord is the longest and the left is the shortest. I'm gonna make the P, and then pull through. That's one square knot. Now melt the one which is longer. There we go. So start with the 6mm. Make a Q on top underneath this and pull through. It's a monotonous thing. It's very easy. If you are not aware of the macrame knots, go ahead and watch the tutorial which will be in the description box of most of my videos. You can understand the basic macrame knots. It will be very helpful. Okay, there we go. Then we start with the bicones. So after doing this, I could do a P and then add a bead in the next knot, but I like to do this way. This way there will be a zigzag knot because we are adding only one bead. On one side of the knot we have beads, bead, and then the other side we don't. That's what makes the zigzag effect, which I really like, but you can also do it the other way. This way, if macrame is very intimidating to you, you can just try a section and see how easy it is, and then you can go ahead and undertake a bigger project wherein it involves a lot of macrame. Necklace, macrame bracelet, it'll be much faster to make. Necklace, if it is this pattern, then it's easy. I mean, it's considerably faster, but if you do a full macrame with this, then it might take some time. After that, I did plainly 1 Q, and now I'm gonna do 1 P. And also, if you think that you are not able, the cord is short, you can use your pliers and help yourself. Okay, that's it. Now I take this off, gently push this up and the next one up as well, and make sure it's nice and flat. Take it off. I'm taking it off the Naughty Do It All, snipping the excess. Okay, and now I have to melt this. Okay, there we go. Then push all the beads down. So for the next one, we are just going to make a knot. Okay, so this way I still have this spool with me, so when I'm going to make a knot, it's going to be a little bit unusual, but it's doable. Okay, there we go. Take this, wrap it around your fingers, and you're supposed to take the entire spool inside first, and then take the knot. The hand knotting technique I have explained in my channel several times, so just the hand knotting. I don't want it to be very tight, so push that, wrap it around your fingers, and take the entire spool inside, because that's the tail that we are working with. You can also do it the other way, wherein you can take the entire strand and do it, but this is easier for me. So there we go, a knot before and after. Then push all the beads down and then knot one more time. Take this entire thing, put it through, and tighten it up. Hold your finger, keep it on top, thumb and index finger, and pull. There we go, we have knotted. Then we can exactly take how much longer the other side is and then cut it short. I left just a little bit so that I can melt and make it like a needle, like this side. So now the spool is free. You can put that away. Actually, so this is how the necklace looks like. I really like the way this turned out to be. It's very pretty. The thread makes it pop, and this is nice and long, as you guys can see. Very, very pretty. I really like it. So at this point, at this end, what you can do is I can finish off with the red and a bicone if I want to, right? And then tie a knot, overhand knot, just like that, and tighten it up. You can also tie a knot after the bead so that the bead doesn't, move around. See that? So you do the same the other side as well, but this side you will have to melt it to make yourself a needle. Same thing. A red bead, and a bicone. And okay, I want this to be exactly, want this knot to be here. So first of all, I will tie a loose knot at the end so that it doesn't, come out. Okay, and then tie an overhand knot here. Okay, take your pliers and put it in the loop. Okay, so this is here, so make it that far, tighten it, almost the same. Okay, just a little bit more, so you can open it up. This knot is movable, so just loosen it up a little bit more. And move it on the other side. That should be enough. Take this off. Take this knot. See that? Again. Move this knot as close to the bead as possible and tighten it up. That's about it. Now we will cut this and then melt the ends. Use a lighter to press it so that your fingers don't get hurt. Otherwise it will be nice and hard because it's melted. There we go. Now we need to do the sliding knot so that this necklace will be adjustable. So for this also you can take the same 8-inch, crisscross the cords and attach it to the pegs. Okay, can take an 8-inch piece, just do the macrame. I'm just gonna do the macrame. Okay, just a square knot, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, take it, put it underneath, about say the middle. Okay, make a Q, hold these ends together, put your fingers on top of the base cord and lift it up, and then the P, take this, go on top, underneath, the same knot that we did with and without the beads in the entire necklace. We are doing it without beads here. Okay, so I did it with the contrast cord. You can also do it with the same cord that you did the entire necklace, the base cord also. That will not take any attraction from the project, but I really like the contrast cord idea, so I'm doing that. So you can just finish off with just 3 macrame knots, square knots, which consist of 3 Qs and 3 Ps, or you can do as much as you want, but I like to do at least 1 inch worth of a knot for a heavy necklace. This is a gemstone necklace and it carries considerable weight to it, so I would like to do square knots which is 1 inch long, and anyways this 8 inches will give you that much knots that you can considerably make 1 inch. That's very easy. Let me know in the comments below if you guys like this tutorial. If you would like me to change the way that I'm doing or making the videos, let me know. Okay, should I go slower, should I go faster, or you need more explanation, just let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate it. I am very happy to see any comment on my video, and it also helps my channel grow, as I am telling you guys all the time that I'm doing this on my own. I'm not being sponsored by anybody, and I don't have a website or so that will really help me grow my channel. And also, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, do subscribe. And if you'd like to donate to my channel, there is a thanks button and a heart right next to it in the bottom of the video. You can click on it and donate as much as you want. So here we go, the sliding knot, and this is how. So it's nice and tight, and it's really long necklace. I really like the way this turned out to be. This is the necklace. All I did was macrame sections around. The first 2 I just knotted, and after that I did the macrame sections with some 6mm and 4mm beads, bicones and round beads. I designed it with Bargain Bead Box subscription for the month of July 2024. I hope you guys like this. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Have a good day. Bye bye.